Podcast City Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Deathmatch Russell Podcast. Let's get it on!
Come into the ring, step into the fire, see what you want, baby. If your heart has desire, get out, get knocked down. Deathmatch Russell Podcast, Deathmatch Russell Podcast, Deathmatch Russell Podcast.
Good evening, everyone, and you're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And my guest tonight, he's part of the associates, the associates with his tag team partner, Luca Mancini, the one and only, the Crossfire himself, Aaron Roxas.
There we go.
Roxas. There you go. How's that? Had to roll it out, right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How's wrestling these days for you? What's going on? You guys just get back from any shows recently? Do any matches?
I was on a vacation last week, taking a little bit of a break, so had nothing really going on that last week. Now this weekend, I've got two different shows going on.
There's one called Smash something, right? Smash
Master Wrestling. That's next weekend. That's the 28th.
We'll be
this weekend.
We'll hold off on that. We'll plug that later. That's it, right? Yeah, we always want. Yeah, but go ahead.
This weekend, tomorrow, the 20th, I'm going to be in Nutley, New Jersey for Intense Wrestling Alliance.
Okay.
Got a show there. Then where I'm taking on KC Nia. Then on Sunday, it's the debut show of Undisputed Championship Wrestling in Nanticoke, where I'm going to be in the tournament to crown their first heavyweight champion. In the first round, I'm taking on TJ Epics.
Oof, TJ Epics. He's one of those guys that's been around, and it's time to put the hammer to the wall, and just go to town on him, and just show him what you got.
Yeah, me and Epics, we faced each other a few weeks, probably about a month or so back now at Smash Master.
Yeah. So you're in for another round with him, and just show him that this time that I'm taking that W and you're not. Also.
Yep. Yeah, got to fix some mistakes of what happened in Troop. Get past him, then whoever I have to face in the second round, whether it be Saren Rain or Rico Hendricks, and then whoever I might face in the finals, just gotta be ready to get put down, because I'm not leaving Nanticoke without that UCW Heavyweight Championship.
No, because you want to you want to show that off and be proud of yourself, and bring it to other companies as well, like a certain company, Titan Championship Wrestling.
I'd love to come up to Titan at some point.
Yes, maybe that's in the works with your partner there, Tony, Luca. Excuse me, Luca. He's gonna kick our asses for that. Sorry, Luca. But how long have you guys been tag team partners now in your tag team?
Actually, we haven't been teaming for that long now. Actually, our first match as a team was just about 2 weeks ago. At Frontier Pro Wrestling in their tag tournament. That was actually the first time we've teamed up. We've been around each other for a little while now. It was just something that kind of came together. We decided to see
the chemistry was there. The chemistry is what it's all about. Yep.
Yeah.
Tag team, tag teams are these days in wrestling, because it's a whole new world of wrestlers tag teams out there these days. I mean, that you look on the scene today, and you have the AEW tag team champs right there. God, I can't think of their names off the hand, but I'm talking
FTR.
about FTR. Yes, and
they're AEW tag champs, right?
They are still. They still are. They defeat those and actually didn't. Yeah, they defeat the Briscoes too. So that was impressive. That was a very impressive.
Yeah.
For them because the Briscoes called them out, saying, "I want a shot. We want a shot." You know,
that's a match people have been talking about for a while. Like even back when FTR was still in WWE, that was a match a lot of people I know were talking about. The two dream matches people want from FTR. I remember always being Young Bucks and Briscoe brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Briscoe brothers. I mean, Briscoes. Now, can you imagine if the Briscoe brothers were around when PWG was around, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla? Could you imagine if they were like with the Young Bucks then, and like Kevin Steen, you know, like in that division of the El Generico, you know? But of course, you know, El Generico and Kevin Steen have taken them on in Ring of Honor in the past, you know?
Yeah, definitely would have been interesting. That's for sure.
It really would have. It would have been a wild, you know, tag team.
Like even just thinking about some of like the tag teams in the area right now, like just on the indies, like we were talking about with Smash Master coming up next Sunday, where you'll see me and Luca taking on the Runway. The Runway is another great tag team that's been doing a lot of good things in Pennsylvania and a whole lot of other places.
They like to talk. They like to talk. They like to talk. They like to talk a lot. I know that they like to talk a lot, but you know, that's their thing. Yeah,
everyone's got their thing.
Mm-hmm. But you know, you'll go in there and you'll take that W away from them, and they'll be crying in their pants. You know.
I was telling Tyler Klein because earlier this week he was saying about Johnny Moran taking sides because I was hanging out with him last week, and said about the Runway set, and he was saying about hopefully me and Luca are ready for a fight next week. And I told him, like, there's one thing the associates are always ready for. We're always ready to take care of business when it's got to get taken care of.
Yeah, you have to. You know, that's what and technically, you know, and have a great match and just, you know, just show. That's what
Luca and I make our money on.
I know. Yeah, pays the bills. But growing up, what was it like for you as a kid, as a fan of wrestling? Growing up,
where I grew up, there weren't a lot of wrestling fans. Like until like it was weird. Like once it got towards high school, that's when people seemed to be more out as wrestling fans. Whereas like when I was in elementary school, it was kind of there. But like once you got to like middle school and all that, it was like you were weird if you liked wrestling because you always got the whole, oh, well, you know, it's fake, right? Like that whole thing anytime anyone hears that you're a wrestling fan. So it was interesting. It's always interesting when you're younger being a wrestling fan because you never know how people – there's some people that love it. There's some people even now. Like even nowadays, there's people that love it. Then there's people that will always crap on it no matter how hard they try.
Yeah, it's like those people on the internet, those marks that always want to follow the WWE mark, you know? They were just a mark for WWE, you know? You notice that. Like the trolls, they'll just follow and say shit, and then, you know, they don't even watch wrestling, you know? They'll just don't even care about, you know? It's just like crazy.
Yeah.
What it is.
Some people just get their kicks in weird ways. I don't get it. I don't try to get it. Like,
no. Yeah, hell with them. You know, who cares? We're what we're professionally is all about. We enjoy the sport, and I enjoy watching you guys perform and do what you do best in the ring. You know, and it's putting on the best match that you could provide for the fans. It's what and face to face and getting competition. It's what it's about, you know. Wrestling is really, you know, nowadays we look back at wrestling back in the heydays. Yes, we had the Hulk Hogan, we had the Macho Man, so we, you know, the classic battles, and then now you look on the independent scene. It's a whole new world, you know.
Yeah, and not the Disney kind of whole new world either.
Exactly. Yes. A lot of wrestlers like to put themselves behind Disney World, like Matt Cardona, former CZW guy, DJ Hyde, some other people, and just wrestlers all together. You know, it's a whole new world for them if they want to keep on going there and ride Space Mountain or the Teacups or Dumbo or something. I don't know, but no, Disney World. Don't get me wrong, because they did have that cool run with TNA doing their shows out of Universal. I wish I was a part of that. That was a cool idea, concept, you know, you buy a ticket. You probably got it for free. Who knows? I think it was a ticket for the park or whatever.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of. I remember when TNA ran at Universal early in the early stages of TNA, but yeah, that I'm not sure about.
That was cool. That was a cool concept. How they, would have like a show right at Disney. Like you got bored, you go see wrestling. I would have loved that. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mom, Dad, I'm not going to go see Mickey Mouse today. I'm going to go to Universal and watch some wrestling today instead.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a cage match or the X.
Gotta go see Kurt Angle and AJ Styles.
Yes.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, Jeff Jarrett,
Christopher Daniels, the Holy Trinity there. Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, and AJ Styles.
Yes. And the originals, I'll tell you what, man, TNA from back in the day was the thing, man. Do you remember watching TNA when it first came out?
That was actually more of what I watched in my house. Like when I was a kid, for some reason, my dad was never a big WWE guy. Like I don't know what it was. He just wasn't a fan of WWE, WWF. Like originally, when I was really little, like I'd watch Nitro with him because he liked WCW. Then when they went under, TNA came out not long after, and we'd watch TNA instead. Like so, that's more of what I grew up watching was TNA. So like. I grew up more with AJ Styles, Christian Cage, Kurt Angle, Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, all of them, Samoa Joe, Abyss.
Yes, Abyss was always the character, man. Raven, of course, Raven when he would appear, also,
Yeah. Yeah, those are the guys I grew up with for the most part. It wasn't until I was probably like in my early teens is probably when I really first started watching WWE because that's when I kind of expanded onto my own to try to open myself to more wrestling. That's why I started watching WWE. I was watching Ring of Honor. I was watching stuff like that.
Yeah, Ring of Honor, man. I'll tell you what. It was. I'll tell you what, man. I was lucky enough to see some great Ring of Honor in Edison, New Jersey, at the the Rex, not the Rexplex, the other place in Edison. They were running shows, and even going to like final battles in New York City. My gosh. Just to see it, I caught it at the right time to see the right stars who were making a name for themselves, and getting signed the right way that they should have been signed, like CM Punk and
Oh yeah, because about the time I started watching Ring of Honor, prior the mid 2010s, I want to say it was back when I first started watching. Back when you had Adam Cole, you had Red Dragon, you had Jay Briscoe, Jay Lethal. A whole bunch of other guys. It was right as AJ Styles was making his way out,
and Jimmy, and of course Jimmy Rave of all people as well.
Yeah,
shout out to Jimmy Rave, man. He made Ring of Honor what it was. Like if it wasn't for him and the embassy,
Yeah, because he was another one that was on TNA a lot too in the early years.
As the Guitar Hero guys, right? The Rockers or whatever that gimmick was. I could not think of it now. Oh man. If we look back in time, what was it? Oh man, holy shit! What the hell was that gimmick? Rockin'? Yeah. No, it was something. I can't think of it. Holy shit! Do you even remember? Let's see.
Yeah, I remember him coming out with like the Guitar Hero guitar and like the fishnet shirt and all that, but I don't remember the group he was a part of.
Because that was Lance Hoyt was the other guy, remember?
Yeah.
I think Lance Hoyt was his partner. I realized, then he grew, he became his own person, went his other ways. God, we'll have to look this up. This has pissed me off now. This is Stumblers. For anybody listening, tell us, would you? But that was a team. I totally forgot about that era, how they just collided and just made something special. And then, and then we fast forward, he made it to Ring of Honor and just did really good for himself, And then then we lost him. Rest in peace, Jimmy Rave. One of the best, one of the best, and a good coach as well. He was a very good trainer to a lot of the younger talents. And
I never got to personally meet Jimmy Rave, but I always heard a lot of good things about him from a few friends of mine that did get to interact with them, especially more in the South. A friend of mine from when we were both younger. I remember seeing him posting a lot about Jimmy Rave after he died. He's a worker. He's a wrestler down in. He does some stuff with like Southern Honor and stuff. Kevin Ryan, I believe his name is. He does stuff down there. He's someone I've been friends with for a few years now, and I remember he seemed to be pretty devastated. It seemed like Jimmy. He did a lot with Jimmy Rave back then.
That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome that he helped him get where he is, and to do his thing. But as we were saying about, the heirs of like we said, the heirs of wrestling, it's changed. Like now, you have AEW mixed with Ring of Honor and New Japan,
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see a lot of like the more higher up promotions like New Japan, Ring of Honor, all them in tandem for the most part, doing things together, showing that like they can all work together and everything else. Like stuff that they were doing, that Impact was doing at Ring of Honor for a minute when they first had their issues with bringing in a lot of the talent from there. Like that group and all the guys that are in that group currently, Honor No More and all that, like just showing how well a lot of these places can really coincide and everything.
Yeah, it's like Moxley and his crew and all the other guys now. It's amazing. The Black Crew, whatever. There's so many names with these guys now. I can't keep track. I just currently saw John Moxley wrestle this past Saturday down in Atlantic City.
Nice.
And it was great to see him in action against Mr. LGB, the one and only Effie, king of the just Effie, King Effie. I don't know. Long live Effie, one of the greatest LGB wrestlers in the world today. We're proud of him.
Effie is definitely someone that's done very. He's doing a lot of good things right now, and he's especially done a lot for helping be a good
role model.
Good showcase of the LGBT community,
which is
for lack
awesome.
of a better word.
And that's coming up pretty soon, I believe. He'll be having his big gay brunch. Effie's gay brunch is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some things about it. Yeah, I know that's coming up soon.
He keeps on adding more people, and he's probably wrestling tonight with Death in down south in North Carolina tonight. I think they have a show, Game Changer. Shout out to them for all wrestling there too. Hi, Effie. Yeah. Kick ass tonight. Take names. But take that W home. He needs that gold again. Bussy, Team Bussy, Bussy Club or whatever. He's got so many fun names. But just to see the showcase of like a John Moxley the atmosphere is so like, to see a guy who has done a lot for his young career. You think about it, like in his past career, because you think about his companies worked for, Combat Zone Wrestling, IWA Mid South, and just Japan. You look at his, but and then nowadays he's just kicking ass and taking names.
Yep.
That's what it's about. That's like Eddie Kingston and just all the other guys. A lot of the guys that are just on the independent scene that we've seen can go the distance. Which is mind blowing.
There's a lot of good guys around right now. Definitely on the scene.
There is so much independent wrestling, and people do not even know what it is. I tell them, man, if you go onto IWTV and check out some of these promotions, there is like a list, that IWTV helps with a lot of companies. There's a lot of
good stuff on IWTV right now.
Yeah, New South to oh my gosh, there's this like every Wrestle Open to Southern Honor to there's just the list goes on. A lot of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, East Coast, West Coast, you name it, right? It's just a lot out there. There's a lot of good content. Is that one of those things that you'd like to watch? Is the IWTV?
IWTV is something I like to look on. Just to see the product that's going out currently for film study, check out like future opponents and stuff like that. Like I'll use IWTV for all that.
That's why I like I said, which is really catches my eyes. New South Wrestling is really popular. The New South, I like that. Beyond Wrestling, just like all the big top promotions are just showcasing what they have, and they do a lot of the tournaments, which is awesome. I like watching like the round, Red Robin challenges, or just your, just all your basic showcase matches, or go for the gold,
Yeah, there's a lot of good tournaments going on that have gone on recently and are currently going on now.
Let me ask you this, Aaron, what's catching your eye on IWTV? Which ones are you looking at? Like,
I like watching Wrestling Open. Wrestling Open, something that catches my eye a lot. A few people I know have been on it. Something I'd like to be on at some point. Hopefully, I can get to that level at some point in the future.
As well as H2O.
Yeah, H2O is something else. H2O is something that I'd love to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff I tend to watch. Wrestling Open, Beyond, some stuff on H2O.
New South.
New South, Southern Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that tends to be my main focus because, like I said, I do have friends in those areas that I like to keep tracks on what they're doing and just to see what some of the stuff in my area and other closer areas I'd like to be a part of someday or looking at right now.
That's what you got to do. Keep on pointing to the target, and go to where you want to be seen. And it's like my friend, man, I always tell him, he's like David. He lives in Daytona Beach. He lives in Daytona, and there's a company that just started up, and I'm telling him he was looking for guys to come out and be a part. I was like, adrenaline wrestling. I'll have to talk to you after and maybe get you some hookups.
Definitely.
Business. We'll talk business. Yes, people, real business, no fake business. But,
yeah, I'm always looking to branch out, expand my horizons however I can, expand my audience.
That's the way to do it. Just keep on going, because if you don't, then it's like, all right, should I keep on going this way? I'll just keep on going this way.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of wrestling, and like you said, and it's just constantly, and you go to a lot, and you get out a lot, and to where you want to be. And to showcase your stuff.
Yeah, you always gotta just keep grinding.
Mm-hmm. So what made you as a fan, want to be a wrestler? Like we were talking about growing up, Yeah,
I don't know. It was just something I loved ever since I was a kid. Like ever since I was little. Like I said, growing up watching it with my dad. And for some reason, it was just something I had always wanted to do. Like something I stuck with basically my entire childhood, teenage years. No matter how much my mom was hoping I'd get into something more like not as physical. But yeah, and then when I was about 17, I started looking into schools because I knew once I turned 18, I could start training and stuff like that, at least from what I understood from the research I had been doing. And I found, at the time, I found Backbreakers Training Center, where at that time they were in Scranton, Pennsylvania still. So I'd gone to a couple of their pay-per-view parties where they had some matches and stuff, then showed the WWE pay-per-view from that night. Yeah. So about 2 weeks after I turned 18, I went down there. I talked with the head trainer, Justin Glory. Signed up for training, started going every week, and 5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, having fun and doing what you love to do,
Yep.
Yeah. Tell you what, man. A good school is what it is to be a wrestler. People don't realize. A good school trained by the right people, and it's just and taking a seminar. That's the one thing I tell the guys also. Go out and try to check out these seminars, because you learn. Friends, or you just tell them that you can learn a lot from one app. Yeah.
Yeah, you can never stop learning, especially when it comes to wrestling. There's never too much that you can learn. Like you always need to be open to learning however you can, whether it be seminars, whether it be checking out different schools, going to different training opportunities, different open rings, everything. Just always be learning, always be trying to expand yourself however you can. further your repertoire.
Has anybody ever reached out to you, be like, hey, you want to come check out our school, and let's go? Let me check out your school. I like to check this out and maybe see what you guys have to offer.
As of late, I don't think there's really anywhere really reached out in that way, in that form.
Or back in the day, back in when you first getting into it, or like right in the mid breach of your career, maybe.
Yeah. There's a few schools that were opening up that I had friends that were that were part of the people that ran it back when stuff like the True Mill was running in up near Plains, when Skid Row first opened up in Jersey. Those were two places that I'd wanted to check out. Skid Row, I unfortunately haven't been able to make the drive up to yet because that's up in Jersey, and it's a little bit of a drive for me to take during the week. But those are two schools that I checked out when they were first opening up and all that. After that was probably around when I was about 2 years in at that point.
And then you're like, wow, okay, I got some knowledge out of these guys, and I want to take it to my next school that I'm going to be, really working my ass off at, and look where we are today.
Yeah. Another one good place I've learned a lot from. After I was done, obviously after I was done training at Backbreakers, some place I started going to last year is the Sanctuary in Hazleton. John Trosky, Billy Walker.
I need to drag myself out to a fantastic product, hey guys, and shout out to Rosh and John, the Dark Horse, Johnny Marin. Shout out to a lot of those because they always go out. I like the concept there. I like the ring, beautiful setup.
The guy who runs everything there is John Trosky. He's the one that built the Sanctuary from the ground up. He's still running it, however many years running now. He's somewhat, like I was saying, him and Billy Walker are both two guys I've learned a lot from my time going down to the Sanctuary, and I hope to continue to learn from in the future going down there. But there's a lot of great guys at Sanctuary. You got, like you said, you've got Johnny Moran, you've got the Mastodon, you've got some homegrown talent there like J.S. Hawthorne and Gordy Palco. Their current champion there is Ace Austin. There's so many different great guys that are at the Sanctuary currently, and so many others that have been through the Sanctuary and that come and go as future goes on, like Jamie Senegal. She's another great one that I've met through the Sanctuary, along with so many other great people there.
Well, maybe you'll see me one of these days. You never know. I'll come up that way.
There you go.
Take a trip out of Jersey just to come up to see.
So,
I like to. No, a lot of wrestling and Smash, of course. I want to go see Smash. I'm here. Good luck.
Let's say Smash is in 2 weeks. Smash Master Troop, Pennsylvania, August 28th, I believe.
Man,
coming out to a great show. You got myself and Luca versus the Runway. You've got Adina Steele versus Masha Slamovich. Got a whole bunch of other great matches on that card.
Like talk about a hard hitting lady right now in the independent scene. Masha Slamovich. My God.
Oh yeah. Her and Adina is going to be a good match.
That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a banger. That's going to be a match people want to sit down and watch one-on-one, And I believe it. And I think actually, if I'm not correct, the date she's Steele is going to be appearing versus Nikki Adams, I believe, at the next Titan show, September 17th when they present.
I think I might have heard of that. Yeah, that I won't be able to. I won't be able to really tell you.
Causing damage, causing damage. But my gosh, that's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that match.
Yeah, it should be a good show too.
Yes. With your Luca's on board. He's still good.
I saw Luca's in a ladder match on there. Hopefully, you can get the. I'm sure he'll be able to get the job done.
You better get a job done because we're big supporters of him, and and you're his tag team partner. So, boy, just to imagine if you were there to watch him in your, on the back group, just being there to support him. My gosh.
Hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to get out there. We'll have to see what the future holds.
Well,
Come
come on
September.
out. Come October, maybe. We're going to be back in my neck of the woods in Brick Township, New Jersey.
There we go. Yep. I'd love to come up to Titan at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Just once the stars align, so to speak.
Because because there's opportunities that will be because the big one is coming up very, very, very soon. Mount Olympus, the big WrestleMania of the independent Titan Nation. It's just a big night of the who's who of wrestling is going to be there. And to collide in the biggest night of wrestling.
Yeah. It's funny you say about that being Titan's biggest show, because that's what this Saturday, that's what IWA show, Genesis. It's their big show for every year. Unfortunately, it's sold out. It's sold out, but their next show, October 22nd, I'll be there as well. You'll also be able to catch Genesis on IWTV at some point, because I know IWA is on IWTV as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that should be a good show on Saturday. I'm sure Titan will be putting on some good shows too. But hopefully I can be a part of it at some point in the future.
All companies doing good things. We know that. Everything, everywhere, wrestling. Go see wrestling, support your friends. Just be there. Be there, man. I'll tell you what, this past weekend when I was at that Atlantic City show, I actually walked in the lobby, right? On Sunday night. Well, WWE had a show at the Hard Rock Casino, right? And this lady came up to me. Can I use your phone charger? I'm like, sure. I'm just standing online looking at my phone for no reason. Like walking around a casino. I have an extra. Can I use your phone? I have an extra ticket. Would you like to go see the rest of the show? What? I'm like, okay. She gave me a floor seat. You saw my video on. Did you see my video I put up on YouTube? I put a video of the show. Yeah, but cool to see the Usos, and I got to see Ricochet and Sheamus. Like, my gosh, this is like cool,
Yeah.
I think that's the last time I actually went to a WWE show. I can't even remember when the last time I actually went to an old, and seeing like Sheamus. I saw Sheamus at a house show way back. I can't even remember, but it's on my feed, like, my Facebook video files somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, Sheamus is someone I've watched for a while. He's someone to help that I kind of model some of my style after. He's definitely one that's influenced how my style wears, just from watching him growing up and everything else.
Yeah, he looks good. He looked good. Like, it was just amazing to see him. And I'm like, Sheamus, just like excited to see him, Yeah. It's like that's one of those guys that really stayed with the company, Yeah. He really did. And
he's been around WWE for a good while now.
But to see him and to see the Usos, the tag team, like, my gosh, like, you think about the generations of family history they have there, of the Samoans and the and the Alphas and the Sika, and I believe Lance and Nia will be a part of the show coming up at Titan as well. So it's like it's amazing to see that there's still a lot of those Samoans are still doing the newer generation, the newer generation of the family, Yeah,
there's a lot of good things going on with a lot of big families and all that going on with wrestling right now. Mm-hmm. A lot of great stuff happening.
There really is. It's amazing. I mean, you look at The Rock and the fan, like he's the one. No, the Maivias were the first ones to start wrestling. You think about it, like, really, and then the Samoans, and I think I was a kid. I actually got to see the Samoans in a steel cage as a kid. Like,
that was a little bit before my time, unfortunately.
At least I, as a kid, I got to see Bruiser Brody inside a cage. So I was at my glory to see Bruiser inside a steel cage versus Chief J Strongbow.
The Chief J was my dad's favorite. From what I recall, he always said Chief J Strongbow was one of his favorites when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Or his the partner, or I think it was Julius as well. Julius Strongbow. There's two generations there. I think they had of them. It's amazing,
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: any current movies you're watching? Anything catching your eye? I am not seen a good damn film in quite a while. I need to get out of the house. Go see.
A good movie I actually saw a few weeks back. This movie called The Black Phone. That was really good. I can't remember for the life of me any of the actors' names because I didn't really know them so much. But it's a horror. It's more of a horror thriller style movie. A lot of suspense, but that was a really good movie. Really good practical effects and everything. Just really nicely mapped out and everything. Something that definitely caught me off guard. I didn't think it was going to be nearly as good as it ended up being after I sat down and watched it.
All right, so now you got me making my notes. All right, gonna check that out later. Good, thanks. I like a good sequel or a horror movie, something to catch. There's nothing good. There's nothing out there. But Halloween's coming again, and we'll probably see another Halloween, another Leatherface. I'm sure. I heard that's the worst.
Because there's Halloween Ends comes out in October, I believe. The next Halloween movie with Michael Myers. That's the series I've always been a big fan of. I'm a big fan of slashers to begin with, but Halloween's always been my favorite easily. Halloween and Scream are probably my two favorite slashers.
It's like the Texas Chainsaw. That's like my favorite. The Jason movies. Come on. You got to have more movies. Keep on going. Keep on, Or Chucky. Oh, I really didn't like that Chucky series. That really didn't. Child's Play kind of took a turn. Went on.
I
know. I was like, I didn't really like that. I was kind of like weird. It really didn't have any gore to it.
Nightmare on Elm Street I was a big fan of as well, but it was one that my only problem with it was as it went on, it got turned more into, I felt like it was turning more into a comedy than anything, where it was like the first few, it was like you actually took Freddy seriously as a killer, but then as it went on, Freddy was always cracking jokes and everything, more and more as more movies came out. It got to the point where it was I don't know, I'm sure this isn't a popular opinion, but I was I wasn't the biggest fan of how it got very kind of hokey, as some of those movies do tend to get as the series went on.
Series make it don't. I always say the original movie makes it better. It's like an original movie makes the real deal. The Jaws to the Jaws movie, that's real deal. And then you put series after series. You're like, all right, but I still need to check out. And friends tell me, David, you got to watch Stranger Things. I got to check that out. I don't know anything about Stranger Things at all. I never see the day. I hear about it all the damn time, And I see
that's
all
another show. I'm the same way. I've had a lot of people tell me check it out. I've always seen stuff about it every year, every time a season comes out. But I have yet to sit down and watch it.
I'd rather just sit down and watch Family Guy, or just sit down and watch, your Bob's Burger just anything, like a good classic beef, they're putting out Beavis and Butthead, it's coming back out again, it's fun just to see that again, how blasted path from our past, some stuff we watched on MTV that just caught our eye. It was stupid shit that we laughed at,
Yeah, I got you.
Like the South Park era, just whatever, the Simpsons. You can never go wrong, or you can watch the Simpsons over and over and tell you can go through the whole movie or the whole series and just tell what's everybody, the whole storyline.
Yeah.
Current music. Anything what's your go-to music now?
Music. My favorite band easily is Ice Nine Kills. They've been my favorite for a very long time. I'm really big into metal for the most part, and Ice Nine's always been my favorite band for probably at least 5-6 years now. They're always putting out good stuff. I'm actually going to see them and them, Motionless in White, and Black Veil Brides on September 9th up near me.
Oh, sweet.
Motionless is another band I've gotten into. They came from my hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania. So they're another band I've recently started getting into within probably the past year or so. But Ice Nine's easily my favorite. I'm constantly listening to Ice Nine Kills.
I just like this weekend. I've been listening. I've been on a binge. Violent Idols. I like that band. The one that did John Moxley's theme song way back for Aid, but they put some killer tracks out.
Yeah,
just put some cool stuff. I was just hearing a remake of The Doors. I put that up, a remake of The Doors, and it's the break out through to the other side. It sounds awesome. Yeah. It sounds like catchy. You have to check it out. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, what else is going on? Anything else besides all that? No, I think we're pretty. I know.
Like I said, show-wise, coming shows, I got IWA this weekend in New Jersey, then UCW on Sunday in Nanticoke. Next Friday, I'll be up in New York, Watervliet, I believe it is, for New York Championship Wrestling as I take on Jay Bougie.
Ooh, Jay Bougie, there's a guy. Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. He's another one. Him and I have been on a lot of shows together, but we've never actually gotten to face each other. So that's a match I've been looking forward to for a minute.
Aaron, one thing I wanted to ask you: where do you hide the bodies? Luca asked me to tell you where to hide the bodies.
Luca should know. That's very classified information. If you're doing your job right, you don't say, especially you don't say anything on camera. You don't release anything on camera, or else this will be the last time this podcast is happening, because
you know what,
things will happen.
I think me and you need to drag him onto the podcast with us. How's that next time around? Let's do that.
What, like all three of us?
Oh boy, your tag team.
That'd be interesting.
That would be fun. Maybe. That would be fun. We could all really talk the shit, see what he has to say about the bodies after that, right?
Yeah. I say hopefully Luca's not saying too much about the bodies. If he is, that might be a loose end that might need to get snipped soon if he's preaching too much about the bodies.
Yeah, I'll have to start selling body bags at shows.
Hey, whatever works. However you gotta make that money.
Oh, hey man, I like that. What do you think? Body bags, the assassin body bag. Ooh,
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Like, imagine that. Come by the merch table, fans. Buy a body bag.
Yeah,
we'll throw a whole bunch of shit. We'll throw a dummy inside a bag with a T-shirt.
Well, we'll make them. Well, we'll tell them it's a dummy.
Yeah.
Just don't open the bag, and we won't have any problems.
Don't open the bag. It has a blurred body tag. Has that identification tag, right?
Don't worry about the dry blood.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about the dry blood on the zipper.
Or the maggots. I deal with maggots all the time because I'm a garbage man. Actually, a cool thing I did at work one time, I do remember, they did a film. I was a part of a film. It was cool. It was called, what the hell was it called? Bricktown the movie, right? And these two guys were comedians. I guess they were growing up being comedians. And I got to be a part of it. I was hanging on the back of the garbage truck. And they put a body in the garbage truck. Is that cool or what? Like,
that's one way. I mean, it's not. That wouldn't be my preferred. That's not my preferred disposal method. But
yeah,
if it gets the job done and it's untraceable, all the power to you.
At least I got I think hit the button. Well, I showed the stunt guy how to do it. You know what I mean?
I like to be a little more precise. I like knowing everything that happens when it comes to my business. But some people just think all they gotta do is get rid of it, and that's the end of the story. But it's not always the case. Not usually the case. You can't have loose ends. Well, one thing the Crossfire compound knows is always make sure there's no loose ends.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Aaron, I want to say thank you for coming on tonight. We had so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
And we will tie up with your partner eventually, and let's get him on here. We'll get some real shit out there. How's that? We'll get people going.
That'll be interesting. Having both of us on at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I could even pull somebody out of my podcast crew from Daytona. Maybe have him come jump in and join us or somebody. He always up for a conversation. So
yeah, there you go.
because he just started a new job with the town, so he's trying to find some stuff to do, But I want to say thank you again, and feel free to plug anything, plug merchandise, plug your pod, plug everything, buy your merch,
Thank you for having me. As I see you already put on the screen, you follow me on all my social medias: Facebook, Aaron Roxas; Twitter is at Crossfire AR; Instagram, same as the Twitter, Crossfire AR; YouTube, Crossfire Aaron Roxas; and TikTok is Crossfire Aaron Roxas, no spaces. You can get a shirt like this, property to Crossfire Compound, along with a couple other shirt designs, and this in a few different colors on my store on tpublic.com. All you got, just search up Crossfire Aaron Roxas. You can also find all my merch info and everything else on my Facebook. Right on my profile, got my link tree that'll take you to whatever you're looking for. All my socials, all my merchandise, everything else. Just add me on all platforms. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing.
And support you, support your friends, and just support wrestling altogether, fans.
Yep.
And fans, check it out. I guess I'll say it before I go. This Sunday night at 4 o'clock p.m. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This Sunday, this Sunday or next Sunday? No, the 20th. So many podcasts in your career, you just don't know what date is which anymore. Oh, I better double check my schedule here. Why is my light on my phone? I'm not taking pictures. I don't want a selfie. Coming, oh boy, my brain is like out of loop. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, who is it? There it is. There she is. I believe I have a podcast August 28th at 4 p.m. with my guest. August 28th, September. Yes, August 28th at 4 p.m. with she's been seen on AEW Dark. Vicky Dreamboat will be on. Vicky Dreamboat will be on the podcast. Vicky Dreamboat.
Nice. That should be a fun one.
That should be a fun one. And then after that, I will be podcasting with whoever I pull up on the podcast next, because I don't have a list in front of me.
Hey, whatever you got to do.
Absolutely. You have a good night, and thank you everybody for tuning in to the Deathmatch podcast with my guest Aaron Roxas. There
we go.
Aaron Roxas.
I say, don't get it wrong, or else you're gonna be the next one down under.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make my own body bag now. I see how it is. All right, with my own logo on it. All right, Deathmatch Russell's body bag coming to a merch table near you. God,
whatever works.
Yo, I think we have a business plan here. I think we could make like body bags. So put out the morgues. The morgues would be what the hell's going on with these guys? Why do they want all these body bags? We just want to make money.
So don't question it. Just don't question it.
Yes, no question, officer.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Absolutely. Fans, thank you for listening tonight, and have a good night, everybody. Till then, support wrestling and support each other. Good night, everybody. Till next time.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.